FOG Andrew here, and the coach here for Family Gamers. Welcome, War Gamers, to an exciting, awesome episode. It's been a bit, but we got some news we're going to talk about. As you can see, one thing we should probably, talk about. Look at this. Look at that. That's Coach. It's crazy. Working on making some new shirts. I think, they came out all right, but, we could definitely improve on some shirts. So stay tuned for some, epic stuff like that. But anyway, the focus of this video is that today, Catan posted on Instagram their, a reel, if you will, of their newest standalone game, Catan New Energies. Now, before we talk about that, Catan, pretty, it's all right, I guess you could say. Right? What are your opinions on Catan?
Well, as the king of Catan,
the king of Catan,
95% winning rate. I would say that I'm very excited about any kind of Catan. I like the regular game. I like the expansion games. It's at the point now where I can't play the regular game because I need the expansions.
Yeah.
So the more Catan, the better.
Yeah, I do like. The only times I like playing base Catan without expansions is when I'm introducing Catan to new people.
Right, but I'm saying that just
other than that, if it's us,
cities and knights, just
right.
We always have to use that.
Yeah, if it's us,
it's always
then
cities.
We
and
have
knights.
to use either cities and knights or whatever.
Yeah.
So this year they came out, or I don't remember exactly when it was. It might have been 2022. They have the Hawaii and the Soccer Fever expansions. Right. We haven't touched those yet, unfortunately, but I'm hoping to do that soon. But they did come out in 2022 with a standalone game, which was Dawn of Humankind.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a standalone, not expansion. You just buy that box and you get everything you need to play a brand new version of Catan that's similar, has the same kind of rules, but is very different. Which I did do a YouTube short kind of explanation on that if you want to check that out.
Are we here to talk about that? What are we really here to
Well,
Because not for nothing, you told me that there's something news. You said that there's new Catan coming out. Don't look, and then we're going to look at it right now. Well, I haven't seen it.
My thing is that I just wanted your opinion on Dawn of Humankind as a standalone kind of, Catan. It's not base Catan with expansions. Honestly, it's its own thing.
It's Catan, but it's not Catan.
Yeah.
It's weird because the base rules are there. If you play Catan, you can just jump into it.
Right.
It's a little bit. It's a very short learning curve.
Yeah.
Where you could just really start playing it.
Yeah.
It's not Catan in per se, but it's the same meaning, and you're expanding and stuff. So
right.
It's kind of Catan in reverse, where you have to go out and get the you have to take over certain things, as opposed to picking the numbers.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different, but once you get it, then it's regular Catan.
Right.
So it's different. It's good as like a standalone thing, and it's actually very easy to have new players learn how to do it. I like it a lot, but then again, it's in the whole Catan universe, so I have no problem with it. I know some people hate Catan expansions or this. I don't know why, man. The more, the better for me. Yeah,
people have bragged on Cities and Knights. That's the best one.
It's my favorite expansion. Yeah. I don't want to play without it. I hate, like when we were playing one night. You're like, oh, we're gonna play this. All right, what are we playing? Oh, just base Catan. No, not for me.
Yeah. So there, I am gonna draw a little bit of like a comparison from Dawn of Humankind to this, because Catan New Energies is another standalone Catan game. So it's not an expansion. You just have to buy that box, and then you get everything you need, and you get a lot of interesting stuff. So the thing is about this, I got it on the iPad here, the article, which I also have linked in the description to the Catan website's the article, so you can check it out and also pre-order the game if you want to on there as well. What's interesting about this one is that this is in modern times, 21st century. You've had the other big box Catan standalone games, Dawn of Humankind, obviously, Stone Age. You got Rise of the Incas during the Inca times, Settlers of America, settling America. So, it's a different, they haven't really done like Catan modern, They've done space Starfarers, which is, futuristic spacefaring Catan, but this is interesting because it's 21st century modern times. I thought that was cool. they basically talk about, you must decide, invest in clean energy resources or opt for cheaper fossil fuels, potentially causing disastrous effects for the island. So stuff like that. Brand new standalone game. It's rooted in Catan mechanics, harvesting, trading, and building, but new gameplay elements, including power plants, energy tokens, and environmental events, add new strategies and stories to a familiar foundation. So the box is here. As you can see, there is the box.
It's Catan. It's all about Catan.
Yeah, and it's the Dawn of Humankind box size. But some pictures here, and I'll have them on screen for you guys as well. What I really like is the board. How it's it's a circle. It's not a hex. That's number one. Number two, it's the island of Catan. Like Dawn of Humankind, you can't.
Well, that's Hawaii is not really Catan,
right?
And the soccer game one is not.
What's interesting about this too?
Now, what's with the boards?
So, well, I'm going to get to that in a second. The the board, it looks like, because it says you get hex tiles, so it looks like you'll be able to randomly customize the board like regular Catan, not like Dawn of Humankind where it's a set board that you play on every time. This looks like you're going to be able to actually randomize the game, so I think that's going to add a lot of replayability, especially for this. And same thing, it says it comes with number discs. Numbers will be different also. So again, adding the randomness of like regular Catan into the standalone game. Now, from what I can tell, that these boards are warehouses that store, I guess there's a place to put your roads and stuff like that. But there's also like these electric tokens and stuff like that. Looks like made out of wood and some maybe acrylic, or maybe those are wood too. I think the robber is an environmental inspector. It looks like, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so it says you get energy tokens, event discs. Those are warehouse tiles. You get a bag, like a kind of a token bag.
So there's probably some random aspect to it.
Yep, hazard tokens and stuff like that. What I like is on the outside here, there's some stuff to put on the outside too. You also got harbors, which
maybe those are islands.
Yeah, maybe islands that you trade with or something. The other thing I want to point out that the colors are purple, pink, orange, and blue. It's a little bit different. You got the orange and the blue, but the purple and the pink, new color. Another thing, the resources are different. You have brick and lumber like normal. But it looks like you also have bread or maybe wheat. Maybe it's probably wheat.
Maybe it's wheat because it's a modern bread.
Right.
Just to give it a little.
Right. Then you have
probably steel
or iron. So that's probably the ore.
The steel.
And then silk or
that's
kind of like a wool.
That's wool, and it's just making it into twine or
right. So it's got like a very modern feel,
because even in regular Catan, the wool is you have a sheep. Right. Now this is it's made into that.
And then this I'm not sure what the lightning bulb is.
The light bulb.
The light bulb.
And it has, why does it have 3 to 1? Maybe
that's probably the trade.
Yeah, maybe
the thing like that. There's some other things here. Looks like there's a victory point mark thing that you put like a disc on so you can count the victory points. So you're not. So I'm not in my head.
Maybe you're maybe you're also playing against the clock.
Right. And there's some other things too. Like we have here, longest trade route but cleanest environment. So longest trade route makes sense, but cleanest environment. First player to play 3 cleanup cards receives the tile, and then if another player gets it, then it goes back and forth. Looks like those will be 2 victory points. So it's basically
the same thing: longest arm, biggest arm, longest road.
Right. So it looks like and then player pieces you get. Roads, cities, and towns, so not like settlements. And the tokens seem a little different. As you can see, they look like those a little bit, so they're a little different. I think that this is very interesting because it's like a modern twist on Catan and what we've got. Like I said, Incas, America, Stone Age, even Game of Thrones and future, but we haven't had modern times, and I think that's interesting and an interesting aspect that they're playing with.
What I'm hoping for is this. This is what I'm really hoping for. I'm hoping that it's not it's the mechanics of Catan, but it's not just like, all right, base Catan with a new coat of paint on it,
right,
and a new way to do things,
right,
and that's it.
Right.
It seems like there's other things in it,
yeah,
or like hopefully it's base Catan with an expansion, but already built into
right,
it. That's
right,
what I'm hoping for.
right.
Because if it's basically just basic Catan,
right,
there's no reason to get it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but they got a lot of energy. You got the looks like the little cards, you know, to put the stuff on. Obviously the energy, which is different.
Yeah.
You know, so that's actually good. But like I said, that's my hope for this. If it's just plain old regular Catan, then this is essentially a ripoff.
Yeah.
But if it's Catan with a twist, like I said, like almost like an expansion built in with some new stuff in it, or this could be, let's say, going forward base Catan and then expansions onto this would be cool. That's what I'm hoping for.
Right.
But you know what I mean? You don't want to just have the same game. It's like buying Monopoly. Now we get Metallica Monopoly.
Right.
Now we get, you know, whatever.
Right.
You know.
It's just modern Catan. But no, you know, it seems like, you know, you're actually, that they actually did it. And, you know, I got to say too, you know, they, I mean, have we ever been disappointed really with anything Catan related?
So
pretty
far,
much.
so good. I mean, we haven't played everything, but on the base Catan, it's they've been pretty good so far.
Yeah,
very, very good.
Yeah,
so far.
You know, the expansions we have, like I said, we haven't done Hawaii and soccer, but you know, those you can combine with Cities and Knights and Seafarers, and you know, do like a whole thing to make it even more.
The whole
exactly.
table full
nice
of
6x4 Catan board.
Yeah,
you know,
that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. So that's Catan New Energies. Like I said, I will have the article linked in the description, and then you could read it for yourself. If you like it, you should definitely probably pre-order it. I'm sure we're going to pre-order it.
I think we already did.
Yeah, pretty much. So definitely check that out in the description. And if you guys like this video, let me know what you thought down in the comments below. And I want to hear your opinion on this new Catan game. What do you think? I think it's going to be pretty interesting.
Smash the like button because we really need it.
Yes, and then also hit that bell for notifications, because sometimes people don't know that we upload new videos, and then they get sad because they haven't seen us in a while. And subscribe if you're new, and there's videos on the screen you can check out as well. We'll see you in the next one.